Cartoon Anime Roleplay Simulator, Season 1, Episode 9, Miss Circle, the Scary Teacher.
Hello, anime students. Give warm welcome. Applaud to Miss Circle, your new teacher.
オープニングシーン、クラスルームバックグラウンド with アニムスクールバイブズ、ミスサークル、チアンファル&アナージェティック、ハローエブリワン。I'm Miss Circle, and today I'm here to tell you why I be make a fantastic teacher at anime school. Cut to Miss Circle pointing at a chalkboard with colorful drawings. Miss Circle, first, I bring creativity to the classroom. Whether it's math, science, or history, I make learning fun with interactive lessons and exciting projects. Imagine solving equations with magical spells or learning history through epic anime battles. Cut to Miss Circle helping a student with a project. Miss Circle, second, I'm empathetic and always here to support my students. I understand that everyone learns differently, and I tailor my teaching methods to fit each student's needs. Plus, I'm always ready with a kind word and a smile. Cut to Miss Circle leading a group activity. Miss Circle, third, I encourage teamwork and collaboration. In my class, we work together to achieve our goals, just like in your favorite anime where teamwork makes the dream work. Cut to Miss Circle giving a thumbs up. Miss Circle, lastly, I bring a passion for anime and pop culture into the classroom. From discussing the latest episodes to incorporating anime themes into lessons, I make sure learning is always engaging and relatable. Closing scene, Miss Circle waving goodbye. Miss Circle, so if you want a teacher who makes learning an adventure, choose me, Miss Circle. Let's make every day at anime school a magical experience. See you in class. End with upbeat music and Miss Circle's signature pose.
It started one day at the first day of school. Things was going well until there was something wrong with Miss Circle, but we didn't know why.
I had to act dumb and I know 9 plus 9 is 18, but I said it was 21, just to make people laugh. Then Miss Circle started hitting me with a ruler. What is she called me?
Hello Sam, this is your AI anime girlfriend. How can I help you?
The auditorium falls silent as Miss Circle's gaze locks onto you. She raises an eyebrow at your sudden outburst, and the other students swivel in their seats to stare. You realize you've just drawn attention to yourself in a very bad way. The AI anime girl, Rosie, appears in a holographic projection next to you, her eyes wide with concern. Sam, she whispers, what do you need? You frantically gesture for her to help you remember the formulas and theorems, but she's not allowed to give direct answers during exams. Miss Circle clears her throat, and the room snaps back into focus. The test has begun, and you're unprepared. You sit down at the nearest empty desk, the cold sweat on your brow.
Can I look at your answers?
No, that is cheating, Sam.
But I didn't study last night.
Well, that's your fault, Sam.
Oh, fine. Oh, Miss Circle is going to kick my butt. Miss Circle, can I use the bathroom?
Miss Circle's holographic eyes narrow as she assesses your plea. After a brief pause, she nods curtly. You may go, Sam, but remember, the time you spend outside will be deducted from your test time. The room whispers with the sound of rustling papers as you get up and make your way to the exit, feeling the weight of every pair of eyes on you. The door slides open, and the cool hallway air hits your face like a slap of reality. You realize you've just bought yourself a temporary reprieve from the inevitable, but at the cost of precious test time.
Adult monogamy, and we go on a date? I'll give you my sausage. I need to release my vanilla ice cream.
The bathroom is empty, and you can hear the faint sound of the test continuing in the auditorium. You approach the sink and splash cold water on your face, trying to shake off your panic. You take a deep breath and decide to make the most of the situation. You quickly check your pockets for any cheat sheets or gadgets that could help, but find none. Looking around, you see a stall with out-of-order sign hanging on it. Adult Tamaki Ogami, do I have to take out the vanilla ice cream from his sausage? You approach the out-of-order stall and push the door open, finding it surprisingly empty. You realize it might be a good place to hide and stall for time. However, as you enter, the door locks behind you with a loud click. Panic sets in as you realize you might be trapped. Adult Tamaki Ogami, fine, I will do it, but remember Miss Circle is going to look for you. Adult Tamaki Ogami, a fellow student, appears in the stall with you, looking equally surprised by the sudden turn of events. You're both trapped in the out-of-order bathroom stall with no clear way to get out without alerting Miss Circle and the rest of the class to your cheating attempt. The sound of the test continuing outside the stall is a stark reminder of the time ticking away. You see a small window high up on the wall, but it's too high to reach without something to stand on. You notice a metal bar that could potentially be used to pry the door open, but it's bolted to the wall. You're both stuck in a tight spot, and your mind races with the potential consequences of being caught. Censored Adult Tamaki Ogami, moaning ASMR sound. She's eating ice cream, and she's enjoying it. The moment you begin to make your move on Adult Tamaki Ogami, the sound of a chair scraping against the floor echoes through the auditorium. Miss Circle's voice booms over the intercom. Sam, if you are not back in your seat within the next 30 seconds, I will have to report this as a breach of academic integrity. Your heart skips a beat. You realize that you've just played right into her hands by giving her a reason to suspect you of cheating. Adult Tamaki's eyes widen with fear, and you both know you need to act fast. You frantically look around the stall for anything that could help you escape without making noise. Adult Tamaki Ogami, that was good thumbs up sign. Now do we get out of here? The sound of Miss Circle's voice over the intercom snaps you both back to reality. You and Adult Tamaki exchange panicked glances as you realize you must act immediately. You spot a roll of toilet paper on the floor, and an idea forms. Quickly, you start unraveling the paper and balling it up, creating a makeshift step for Adult Tamaki to reach the metal bar. She nods in understanding, and as soon as the paper is stable enough, she steps up and starts working on the bolts with trembling hands. The bar begins to give way with a metallic screech that seems to echo through the bathroom, and you both wince, hoping it's not loud enough to be heard outside. Adult Tamaki Ogami successfully uses the unraveled toilet paper to create a hook, and with a final grunt, the metal bar comes loose from the wall. The sudden release causes it to clatter to the ground, the noise significantly louder than the initial screech. The sound echoes in the tense silence of the bathroom, and you both freeze, holding your breath. You wait for the door to burst open, expecting Miss Circle's furious face to appear. However, after a few moments, the only sound is the muffled scratching of pencils from the other side of the wall. You realize the commotion of the test has covered the noise. The door to the stall is still stuck, but now you have a potential tool for escape.
Oh crap, the weather feels a little cold.
The sudden comment about the weather seems to catch Adult Tamaki off guard, and she looks at you with a mix of confusion and concern. The cold sweat on your brow turns to goosebumps as the cool bathroom air does indeed feel colder than before. You realize you might have made a mistake in choosing this stall as your hideout, as the cold is a stark reminder of the time ticking away and the gravity of your situation. The metal bar still lays on the floor, and the stall door remains stuck. Miyuki Hoshizura 2, girls heard that Sam is in trouble. Playground, oh wow, the weather said it is going to be 60 degrees Fahrenheit. The sound of the metal bar hitting the floor reaches the ears of the students outside the bathroom, causing a few to glance in your direction. The whispering intensifies as rumors of what might be happening spread through the auditorium. Miss Circle's projection pauses for a moment before she calls out, "Sam, is everything all right in there?" You and Adult Tamaki exchange glances, knowing that you've just escalated the situation. The door to the stall shakes as someone outside tries the handle, but it remains locked. The tension in the air is palpable, and you can feel the pressure building as your classmates' curiosity turns to suspicion. Eddie Senpai, hearing the commotion, approaches the bathroom door with a look of concern etched on his face. He tries the handle, but it's locked. He calls out to you, "Sam, Adult Tamaki, are you guys okay?" His voice echoes through the tense silence, and the whispers of the class grow louder. Miss Circle's projection flickers, and she says sternly, "If you do not return immediately, I will be forced to report this incident to the school administration." The door to the auditorium opens, and you can see the shadow of someone approaching the bathroom. The situation has just become a full-blown crisis. Eddie Senpai, smiley face ball scan the bathroom. Eddie Senpai enters the bathroom, his eyes scanning the room with a hint of panic. He spots the unused roll of toilet paper on the floor and the out-of-order sign on the stall door. He approaches the stall, and you and adult Tamaki can hear the concern in his voice as he asks again if you're okay. The sound of the scanning tool in his hand starts up, and you realize he's using it to see if there's any structural damage or a way to open the stall door without alerting Miss Circle. Face emoji ball, what is the scan, and you tell why the door is locked. Eddie Senpai smiley face emoji ball quickly scans the bathroom and the locked stall, beeping as it detects the two of you inside. The ball floats closer and the door unlocks with a soft click. The ball then speaks in a cheerful voice, I found you, Sam and adult Tamaki. The door is now unlocked. You and adult Tamaki look at each other, your hearts racing as the pressure to escape builds. The whispers outside the stall grow more intense as the other students realize you're in there. The cold air in the bathroom feels like a chilly embrace, a stark contrast to the heated situation you're in. Genshin Impact Nahida, it's almost time for lunch. Genshin Impact payment, but I've been hearing Miss Circle lectures all day. The moment the door unlocks, the whispers outside the stall turn to gasps. You and adult Tamaki quickly exit the stall, trying to appear nonchalant despite the cold sweat on your brows. The classmates in the bathroom stare at you, their expressions a mix of shock, amusement, and concern. Eddie Senpai gives you both a knowing look, and the smiley face emoji ball flares away, its job done. The door to the auditorium opens wider, and Miss Circle's projection appears, looking more stern than ever. Sam, adult Tamaki, care to explain the noise and why you're not in your seats taking the test?
Well, you see, Ugug helped me.
Miss Circle's projection glares at you both as you stumble out of the stall, looking flustered and caught. The class falls silent, and all eyes are on you. Your heart races, and you feel the blood rush to your cheeks as you stand there, caught in the act of potential cheating. The cold air of the bathroom seems to amplify your guilt and fear of the consequences. Tamaki Ogami, oh no, I have vanilla ice cream on my face. The sight of adult Tamaki wiping vanilla ice cream from her face draws a collective gasp from the class. Miss Circle's projection raises an eyebrow, and the whispers of the students swell into a murmur of confusion. The tension in the room skyrockets, and the smell of sweet ice cream fills the air. The act of trying to cover up your lack of preparation with a ridiculous excuse has only made the situation worse. At payment, if it was you right now, I would lie and say I was eating vanilla ice cream Oreos. The room erupts in laughter and snickers at adult Tamaki's desperate attempt to cover up the situation. The tension is momentarily broken, but Miss Circle's expression remains unchanged. She glances at the smudges of ice cream on adult Tamaki's face and the crumpled toilet paper on the floor.
Very well, she says, her voice cold and unamused. If you wish to forfeit your test time for snack breaks, I will note it. However, the test must resume immediately. Take your seats, both of you. The laughter
subsides as the gravity of the situation sinks back in. You both return to the auditorium, faces flushed with embarrassment, as the whispers of your classmates follow you to your seats.
Tokai Teo, Sam, what you want?
The classroom falls silent again as Tokai Teo, one of the top students, glances at you with a mix of bewilderment and concern. Miss Circle's projection nods curtly and says,
You may proceed with your test, Sam. Remember, any further disturbances will lead to immediate failure.
You sit down at your desk, feeling the weight of every set of eyes on you. The cold metal of the desk and the hard plastic of the chair are stark reminders of the cold reality of the situation you found yourself in. The test paper in front of you is still pristine and untouched, but your mind is in a whirl of panic and confusion. You can't believe what you've just done. Adult Tamaki Ogami, why did I have ice cream on my face? In her mind. Miss Circle's projection watches you closely as you and adult Tamaki return to your seats, the class's whispers slowly dying down. The test continues, and you're now under even more pressure as you're the center of attention and have lost precious time. The room feels colder than before, the tension palpable. The clock on the wall seems to tick louder with each passing second. Patrick Star, I'm finished with my test, so I think I will take a nap. Patrick Star's unexpected and unrelated comment about finishing his test and taking a nap draws more attention to you and adult Tamaki, who are still reeling from your failed attempt to cheat. Miss Circle's holographic gaze flicks to Patrick for a moment, but quickly returns to you. The other students, already on edge, exchange bewildered glances. You realize that your actions have not only affected your own test performance but have also disrupted the class and potentially damaged the reputations of everyone involved.